Hi everybody and welcome to Retro Ratchet. So for those of you that are new to the channel, this is Kit. You probably won't have seen much content on it. And the reason there hasn't been much content on Kit is some of the older viewers will have remembered that we had gearbox failure on it. This is the second gearbox failure on this car and I'd only done 1200 miles since the last rebuild. So it's obviously something fundamentally wrong with the box or the way it was rebuilt last time. When the gearbox went, it was way back in August and I had so many other things going on with some of the other projects. I decided just to shelf it and get back to it when A, I was in the mood, and B, I had cleared some space from the other projects. So let's take a wee walk around and see where we're up to with it. So today was all about just getting the car, covering the car back to the house, getting it in the garage and getting it up on axle stands so we could get under it. There's not a massive amount obviously to see underneath on the gearbox. I roughly know the process for taking it out. It's a bit of a pain, but that'll be fine. But what we'll do is we'll do a wee walk around of everything else that I think might need doing. There's a few mechanical things I had in mind. However, there's a few slightly concerning body issues that I think are going to need addressing sooner rather than later. I had planned 2025 to take the car off the road and do a bit more on the body and the shell, but I might change my mind and do some now. First of all, we have this. So we've got something going on here. We've got a bit of filler that appears to be coming off. So we're going to have a dig into that. Hopefully it's not like some of the other projects where we end up doing a lot of welding. But yeah, that definitely needs addressing because that's just collecting a whole load of water under there. The arches themselves, got a bit of surface rust on the inner lip of this arch, which is a bit of a pain. That's been escalating for some time. I think we need to catch that. I mean, at the moment, I'm not thinking of doing a full respray or anything. Just maybe if there's areas like that I think are escalating quickly, it could run into bigger problems further down the line. I'll stop it in its tracks now and just do a spot repair. Now under here, this was something I was aware of as well a couple of years back that was definitely getting worse. I'm not going to pick into it too much, but there is definitely something going on under here. It's a little bit crusty. So it'll be a case of digging everything out, seeing what we're left with. Incidentally, that chassis section looks good. So that's a bonus. Right, what else have I found that I wasn't too happy with leaving? Let's take a wee look underneath. Yeah, so this is going to be the near side, driver side, floor area. So I'm trying to get a decent angle on this. This does look like it's bent in a little bit. I'm guessing that's not the design of them, that's probably been pushed upwards. Now, had a wee poke about this earlier, and this is a little bit soft there. Yeah, that bit is crunchy. You press that, and this is also crunchy and not very strong. So there's something going on in there that we will need to dig out, probably dig into this sill, see what's going on in this sill. I mean, we're solid up there, but I think there's going to be something to do here. You know, if that is meant to be flatter, I'll need to try and get some pictures of other ones. First thing we will do is knock that out, and then that probably be very much like the Astra. It'll leave a crack right along there. But we'll get that welded. Let's have a look along the rest of this, where the floor meets the sill. What we can see. It's not too bad, to be fair. You know, like I said, I intentionally hadn't done any work on this car, on this kind of work, since I got it. This is all probably reasonable. The surface rust that could maybe do with cleaning up. Now, the rest of the floor, I'll shuffle back here. In fact, we'll go this way, because I don't really have that much room. It's going to be very hard to actually get this on camera. Right, there we go. Right, that's me out the road now. So we'll try and zoom along it. So jacking point doesn't look too bad. Squashed down a wee bit, but the seams look all right. But yeah, this area, a bit dodgy. Rest of the floors are probably all right. They didn't look too bad, like this area around here. Looks reasonable. Beauty is once we get this gearbox out, we're going to get a good look in at that tunnel and see what is going on in there. If anything, probably nothing. What have we got going on the driver's side? Not the driver's side, the passenger side, offside. Exhaust in the road, which means can't see a great deal of what's going on there. I would have to remove that, which I might end up doing. Just taking it off there and then off on those downpipes there and there. But once this box is out, we'll make that decision exactly what order we're going to do things in. So we have a wee bit of corrosion. It's really bad to try and get a video of. A wee bit of corrosion, something going on in there. Something that I clocked earlier, where is it? Yeah, I think there's been a wee bit of welding in here in the past that I might dig out. And there's definitely something going on inside there. So that will need digging out. So there's definitely a hole in there. We'll need to get the carpets up, dig that out, and really when that gearbox is out, that's maybe an ideal time to tackle that one, because I think we've got a problem going on in there. And that's going to be pretty challenging if that gearbox, and obviously the sump was in the way, to try and tackle that properly. So I think that's a perfect opportunity. You know, we're going to be clear from there all the way back. Get that cleaned up and get that rectified, whatever it is that's going on. Let's try and see around the other side of this exhaust, see what this sill is actually like. Right, let's put a torch down. Can he really get in? It seems a bit more solid on the other side, I think. So if I look down here, and again looking down this sill seems to be a wee bit better on the other side. You've got the same surface corrosion there. Sorry, this is not going to be a perfect video. I hadn't actually planned on doing this one, but I thought I might as well just give you a bit of an introduction into 2024. Wee bit of surface corrosion there, no big drama. Now, let's see if we can get up to the back. The back's a wee bit lower the way I've managed to get it jacked up. So these areas where the arm mounts don't look too bad. This area here, maybe a bit of something going on there. We'll get out front of the car, have a look at that in a minute. It's like fuel filter, I think I replaced that about a year ago. It doesn't look like anything catastrophic at this end. Now let's take a wee, in fact there's a better angle to look at that passenger side rear. That does look a wee bit scabby. Take a torch around here, there we go. And that sill, I bet if I attack that with a brush, we'll definitely make a hole. And here's the inner wheel arch. You can just see maybe a wee bit of something going on up there, a wee bit of surface. Right, let's see what else we can find. Let's get out from under it and have a look at this passenger side sill. Nothing much going on at the front outer sill. Now, this is an arch, this passenger side rear. I knew that was going to be my top priority when I do eventually get the car resprayed. Resolving, because there's definitely work to be done here. Yep, so same as other side, you can see a wee bit cracking of paintwork there, so I will dig that out and see what's going on. Same with the arch. Arch is much crustier than the other side. I was aware we did have to do some work here. Now up here, you will not be able to make this out, but we have some you might be able to see it there, some blistering on the paint. So there's something going on there as well that needs caught. That's also a lot higher up in the bodywork, which is going to be harder to hide painting wise. Like here's not too bad, you've got a line there where you can blend stuff in, makes it a lot easier. But that is going to be a wee bit of a challenge. That's inner arch. And then this rear area is a lot better than the other side, but who knows till I get dug into it. So it needs a good wash and a polish, that is for sure, since it's been in storage. Got its nose off at the moment as well, just to give us a wee bit more space. The nose cone does take up quite a bit. We've got that Montego engine sitting there. That's going to be done in parallel to kit, actually. This back bumper, that was something that was annoying me this season that I did want to get repainted as well. There's a whole load of scratches on that. So I could do with getting that done. And then interior-wise, I've got to put that back together. That's when I was obviously playing about with the gearbox. We'll leave that out just to give us access to anything that we need to in there. And that's interior as it stands. So all in all, it's looking, unfortunately, a little bit sorry for itself. What do you guys think? Put in the comments what you think I should do with it, how far it should go this time. You know, must get the gearbox done to get it up and running. Oh, that's another thing I wanted to comment on, the gearbox. Right, hang on, let's see if we can get the bonnet open with one hand here. Right, we'll just put this down for a moment. Yes, so I knew there was other things I wanted to discuss in this video, other ideas I had for improvements. It all just depends on how far we're going to take it at this exact moment in time, because we do have Montego to finish off that is sitting looking very sorry for itself without its engine. And we need to get that finished in 2024. But fuel lines, I do have some brand new fuel lines in the loft, feed and return, the metal ones. These parts are obviously not original. They would originally been a union and then crimped onto rubber, then crimped onto another union down there. And there's a wee bit of corrosion under where they sit. I had intended doing it last year and I've got around it, so I should really get them ordered, some original ones ordered and those lines on. Brake pipes. These are not standard headers. You might not be able to see with this light, and they run hellishly close to the manifolds there, so I might reconfigure the brake pipes a little bit again while it's in the air and while I have a little bit of extra access. It will be fiddly, but there is only about, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 pipes in there. Nothing I haven't done before, so sort that out while we're on it. Well, let's move around the other side. We'll get a better view of something else I definitely will be doing this time round. Yeah, you see that thing there? Where is it? Get the light on it. There. You can see those little ripples. Blisters. Anyway. This ridiculous inline filter that was deemed compulsory by the previous builder to make the gearbox survive millions of years, and it only lasted 1,200 miles. I will be taking that crap out and I will order in some original lines, transcooler lines that just go obviously from the transmission into the radiator. That was obviously a whole load of bad advice there. It didn't do us any good whatsoever. We'll obviously do a piece on the gearbox once it's out and we know what's went wrong with it. So that'll be an interesting video. Radiator I'll probably replace. We had that issue where, well, it was boiling over. I don't know whether that was the case. The trans fluid was literally boiling the coolant because it got so hot. Who knows? But I think it's, I had a suspicion that we maybe had a bit of trans fluid getting into the coolant, so there was maybe a split in here or something. Anyway, it's not worth it after paying for a new box to then just reuse old radiator. So we'll replace the radiator as well, replace the lines, get the gearbox rebuilt. These, I want to sort these out as well, just tidy these up a wee bit too. I mean, to be fair, we could go on and on and on and on and on, but yeah, that's my kind of ideas now. So please put in the comments, what are your thoughts? Anything you've noticed when I've been walking around that would be worthwhile doing. And apologies for the poor rushed quality of the video, but I thought it would be good just to do that intro. So keep an eye out for the new content. Please remember to comment, like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.